Hello, Mark.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
My name is Paul Manzano. I'm here on behalf of Salesforce today. How are you doing? How's your day been so far?
Today I've been great, man. Just enjoying the weather. It's definitely cooled down ever since the summer. But not really enjoying the rain right now. It's definitely been an obstacle out there on the roads. But how about you? How have you been?
I've been good, enjoying the weather as well. Definitely better than the humid 100-degree summer that we previously have. So, thank you for meeting with me today. I value your time.
Yeah.
What's the time limit that we have for today?
For today, I'd say we have 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, it's a hard cutoff because right after this, I have a meeting. So is that perfectly fine with you?
That's perfectly fine. Is it okay if I take notes as well?
Of course, yeah, go for it.
All right. And so today we're just I want to know where Lennox is currently at with their CRM that they're using, kind of what you like about it, maybe what you want changed about it,
of course,
and how we can maybe see how Salesforce can help meet your needs. I did want to give you my business card. If you have any other questions after today's meeting, feel free to contact me.
All right, yeah.
So I guess we can get started here. So what is Lennox currently using right now as a CRM?
Yeah, of course. So currently the processes that we're using is Microsoft Office products. I'd say most notably Microsoft Excel, but we have a couple individuals in the team who utilize Outlook or Office, which kind of peculiar, but they get their jobs done. Can't complain. But I'd say most definitely Excel in our department.
I see. And what is it that you like about Excel or you and your team like about Excel that you're still using it right now?
I'd say some of the big pluses that we have when it comes to Excel is the long-term plan that we've had. Ever since I've been here, we've been using Microsoft Excel. So that longevity comes in with the knowledgeability that the team has with the platform. We're able to become very versed, even teaching individuals like new hires and new recruits what processes that we do on Excel. So that's a huge plus. And I'd say the other plus is just that it's free. It's a free program for us in the business.
For sure.
So you can't complain about that.
That definitely helps in that regard. So it seems like your team likes using Excel, but is there anything maybe that you wish your current system was doing a little better, perhaps?
Oh yeah, of course. I'd say right now we're in a mentality where we're looking for growth, right? We want to increase sort of our efficiency, and some things that are holding us back is that Excel doesn't offer us real-time data. So there's a lack of real-time data being updated in our current processes, and just not having that lowers the productivity in many of the teams that we have in the department, and it has this sort of reliability factor when it comes to managers and team members.
I see, yeah, especially for managers. I can imagine that lack of real-time data definitely affects them, especially if they're maybe not in the office as much. How much time would you say they are in the office versus out of the office?
I'd say on average, a team manager would be out of the office 75% of the time. And you can really paint the picture about that, how much data or productivity is really lost in that time. Team members are always looking to do their jobs, to become as effective, but when you don't have the manager around as often, it can definitely hinder the performance.
Yeah, I can just kind of visualize it. It seems like a lot of time can be lost with that. You also mentioned that it lowers productivity, this lack of real-time data. Do you think you can expand on that a little bit for me?
Of course, yeah. I honestly could just give you an example.
Yeah, that'd be great.
For instance, you could look at it this way. You have two team members, right, who are reaching out to one client. You take the first team member, and he does whatever he needs to do to incorporate and improve a client relationship. But that data that has been processed, that the messages that have been relayed between the client and the team member are not updated within our system. So another team member does the same thing with the same client, and there's just a whole confusion, and it's a little awkward with the client. We don't look as professional. The client is confused on why they got two messages coming from us. And furthermore, we just lose productivity. We lose hours that these team members put in to gain that client relationship. So it can definitely have us falling back a lot. Yeah.
I see. And how much time, if this does happen, a decent amount, how much time would you say approximately, since you can't really give a for sure answer, how much time would you say is lost?
Yeah, I've definitely seen it firsthand. I'm not giving you like a complete like statistic.
Right.
I've definitely seen it happen, but on average I'd say around 2 hours for each employee. But you have to look at it this way. This is an occurrence that happens a lot throughout the year or even throughout the months. So it stacks over time. You can see that we lose a lot of time just because of these occurrences.
I see. And how would maybe potentially saving those 2 hours and even more with the new CRM kind of benefit Lennox as a whole?
I'd see actually great benefits coming out if we put in a new CRM in place. First of all, we increase the overall efficiency that we have. Just based off, we don't even have an official CRM right now. So actually putting in a CRM, we're able to become more efficient and just manage the sales pipeline. Furthermore, we provide more visibility with the team members and managers. They become more aware of what everyone's doing and where everyone is when it comes to their responsibilities. That further goes into the communication aspect and just collaboration. So all in all, we just see huge growth on what everyone's doing and their productivity.
I see, yeah. And obviously this sounds great in practice, but obviously in trying to implement a new CRM into Lennox, it's easier said than done.
Of course, yeah.
Do you have any concerns, or anybody at Lennox, do they have any concerns with trying to implement a new CRM?
Yeah, so Chris actually brought this up to me earlier before our meeting right now. I'd say definitely we're looking for a seamless integration of a CRM, but if that doesn't happen, it's okay. But we hope for that, obviously. But the first major concern would be the reduction of productivity that we're going to experience. In the beginning, you're going to have a lot of people who are not going to like change with a new process, so they're not going to be so driven into learning Salesforce. But we're looking to overcome that. We're looking for that growth. We're looking to benefit out of this in the end. And another major concern is that Chris was very suspicious about the cloud-based offering. I think he wants something more in-house, much more centralized, so that it's more secure for us. Yeah.
I see. So, Mark, just kind of looking over what you told me, this lack of real-time data, despite your team being used to Excel and liking to use it, definitely impacts Lennox negatively. You're losing productivity, you're losing hours, and you have these goals that you want to meet. You want to increase your sales pipeline, improve client communications.
Of course, yeah.
But you can't meet that really with your current system. But it seems like Chris is a little suspicious of the cloud-based and the initial lack of growth. That's what I'm noticing. So, with that being said, I would love to maybe set a meeting with you, potentially, Chris, to kind of show what Salesforce can do to kind of maybe mitigate those fears that he has. When do you think you're available?
Oh yeah, that would be great. I'd say I'm gonna look at Chris's schedule as well. I'd say the best time for us is next Wednesday at 5 p.m. Does that work with you as well?
Yeah, that sounds like a great time for me. Thank you so much for your time today, Mike.
Thank
I really
you.
do appreciate it. Hope to see you next week.
Of course, yeah.